Your mute button, man.
Knicks family. Welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. Yeah, pardon the intro, just real quick there. I guess I didn't know I wasn't muted. But welcome back. We are here with my co-host, of course, Regular Joe. How you doing, bro? How you feeling?
Frustrated, man.
To say the least. To say the damn least. I can't lie. I kind of knew this kind of game was coming because the moment I saw that LeBron really wasn't going to play until he got into the Garden, I was like, yeah, he's going to be one of those games. Once I saw that him and AD sat last night, I was like, all right, I already know what kind of game it's going to be tomorrow. They're saving all of the energy for the Garden. Shout out to the chat. What's going on, Izzy? Peace and abundance, my brother. Of course.
Izzy, what's good?
Bro, I don't understand. One play in particular got me mad, and it's the only play I might talk about that pissed me off. Why did that ball go to Julius Randle to end? To try to get that shot with 4 points, some seconds left, when Jalen Brunson was killing the entire time. I just don't understand that kind of shit. Like, if we're gonna miss anyway, you know what I'm saying? I kind of would rather Jalen miss that one.
I mean, credit to LeBron.
For great defense, of course.
Yeah, for sliding over on the double, because everybody made a big deal like, oh, you're being double passed, but there's no way. That was just a great play by LeBron.
4 seconds. It was 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's 4 seconds. LeBron knows how much time is left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that once Julius drives right, he can't see him.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
It was a great play, bro. Like, just give it. This is my issue with Knicks fans. I feel like sometimes Knicks fans forget that there's another team with other players, another coach. Like, there's other things happening. It's not just what you see the Knicks doing.
Yeah, facts. For sure. I personally would have just kept the ball in a high hand. I didn't care that Julius Randle, what he did with the ball. The moment I saw the ball go to him, I was like, all right, well, like, why not just use the high hand? Like, that was it for me. It was like, why not use the high hand? And it wasn't about Julius. It was more like, coach, like, why would you go to Julius in that situation? Now, chances are Julius is either going to be guarded by LeBron or AD.
I just wish that he could have drew up a play where, I don't know, somebody was catching the ball like on the move, like in space. Like, you got this guy. I don't know.
I don't even know why Jalen was taking the ball out.
I mean, Jalen is always the inbounder, but like,
right, but not with 4.5 seconds left.
Yeah, well, there's no chance he could get it back, really.
Right. Yeah. It's like, I mean, listen, it's one play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's far from the reason why they lost, bro.
Right. Like, it was just one play. So, we didn't really shoot that great. Everyone outside of Jalen Brunson and
quickly maybe.
Yeah. Grimes-ish. But mainly.
Nah, but Grimes he's still struggling with his shot. He made a lot of other really great plays.
Right, and still hasn't.
The shot is struggling a little bit lately.
0 for 5, I think he is tonight.
Which is okay, like, it happens. But it's not okay not for this team.
No, not for this team. Not for this team.
They need him to knock down shots, bro. Like,
Hartenstein had a great night.
Hartenstein's been really good since Mitch went down, man.
Yeah, ever since his role went up, I guess.
He said that he did say that he needed to step it up with Mitch out. He's walked the walk.
He definitely has. Making some smart passes, attacking the basket. He had a nice dunk tonight from the dish from Grimes. I just is that another 10-minute 2 shot attempts from Obi game? I think we got another one of those.
I don't know what's going on, bro.
My boy sent in the group chat before the game was like, I think it's around like third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Sent in the group chat. He was like, it was a meme, a Detroit Pistons meme, and he was like, "Yeah, this is Obi's next stop." I was like, "Damn," because that kind of looks like a team.
At this point, bro, it's whatever, man. Yeah. Like, if it get us a guy in here who could hopefully give us some kind of punch, could give us some more. I mean, everybody knows the guy I'm talking about, but give us a little bit more versatility on defense, then so be it, bro. A guy who's gonna look for his, you know what I mean? A guy who's gonna pick his spots, not just be out there. And sometimes Obi just seemed like he happy to be here some nights, bro. Like, you gotta go get it, man.
You gotta get a dog in you, bro. Like this 10 minutes a game thing is a reflection of you. That's it.
I agree. I don't care what anybody says, bro. Like, you can say that, oh, it's Tibbs, blah, blah. No, bro. Like, if you're Tibbs and you're watching the game, how long can you afford to leave this guy out there?
You really can't. You can't not. I mean, he did have 5 rebounds. He's starting to rebound the ball. He had a nice 3. He took 2 shots, made 1 3. He had 5 rebounds. I would like for him to make his presence known. I think that's really what it is. It's just making your presence known. It's not about hitting a 3. It's not about making a fast break dunk. It's about making your presence known when they're trying to make sure you don't make your presence known. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the dog that Miles McBride kind of has over him. Like, why are you evening with minutes with Miles McBride?
Yeah, but I mean, I was gonna get to him next. Like,
well, I mean,
another night where it's just nothing, bro.
It's nothing. I mean, but that's more the same that we were talking about. Like, what can he really bring you offensively?
I know me and Ricky were talking about it like in the chat, but like, and Ricky's like, you got to stop the ball, and you're not wrong, but like, you gotta hit shots in the NBA. You can't just be out there stopping the ball and not making shots, not taking shots, just out there getting cardio in on the offensive end.
I don't care how good you are on defense. If it's 4-on-5 when you're on offense,
sometimes it's 3-on-5, bro.
I don't need it
because Obi's not giving you nothing either.
Oh my god, it's hard to watch. It's really like, and that kind of, I don't know. Like I kind of feel like the Derrick Rose thing kind of made our bench like just slide down the slope pretty far.
I agree.
Because even though he wasn't like the most efficient scorer, like at least Derrick Rose had his moments where he can get to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Get to a bucket. Maybe even knock down a 3. Like,
I forgot he was on this team.
I forgot he was on the roster, bro. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. Like, we could use that shit. Like, I don't understand. I don't really and it's
I don't know, bro. We need some kind of
values. You see what the coach values. Just look at these minutes. RJ didn't necessarily play well. So
no, he didn't at all.
Rightfully so. Coach said, "I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Sit down." It's starting to happen with RJ, man. It's starting to happen. And
like,
it's starting to happen, bro. It's getting there. The guy's potential is sky high, but the inefficiency, you just can't ignore it. You just can't ignore it. And it's shot selection and inefficiency on top of that at this point now. It's not just one or the other. It's, you can't be inefficient and have poor shot selection.
I lied. I thought about you. He had the first. He made one because he hit one later, but the first mid-range jump shot he took was a
Yeah, I saw it.
UFO, and I thought about you, bro.
I saw it. I'm like, bro, this is it. This is it right here. This is the missing link in your game. Is the fucking mid-range. If you could just hit a consistent mid-range jump shot, it would change everything. It would change your confidence. It would change your game. It would change how you approach the offense. It would make you a little bit more efficient because you wouldn't have to throw up so many contested shots. But, dog, the second one was good to see because the play broke down and he pulled up and he made it. All right, cool. Like, we need more of that because now teams are giving the shot to you. And that's when it's very dangerous because when they're giving you the shot and you're not taking the shot and instead you still go to where they are, which is in the paint, and you throw up a contested layup and you miss it. It's not cool. So we got to figure out RJ's efficiency because he could be gone in a few days if he doesn't figure this shit out. Like, if they want OG that bad, guess what? RJ will be gone if they want OG that bad because the way they're playing, their window has shifted. It was a young window, for like a few months, and then we got Jalen, and then it was like, oh shit, this team can make the playoffs again. So we got to get some guys in here who can ball. I would not be surprised if they flip.
Even if you bring OG in, OG. If you bring OG in, like the timeline don't change all that much. He's only 25.
Well, I mean, the timeline doesn't necessarily change for that. It's just that now the main players you're focusing on are in their prime.
Yeah.
So, and that's the issue. Like before last year, going towards the end of the season, it was kind of like, oh, you know what? We might have something in RJ. Let's see what we got in RJ. And then the contract comes and you don't trade him and you give him the big contract. So it's like, all right, well, maybe we'll see what we have in RJ. And it's been atrocious. But it's just this continual like mixed bag of like,
I don't know, bro. Like he has these stretches of games where you're like, okay, this is it, right? He's looking to take the next step, and then he has like a week or two stretch where he just okay to like average. Then, at the beginning of the season, he has those stretches where he's just unplayable.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I don't know, bro.
I think it's a mixed bag of him dealing with, I don't want to say it in a way like, so I do feel as though RJ is having a hard time finding when and where to be himself. And I think the coach has noticed that, which is why the coach mainly plays him with the bench now. I think the coach is okay with Julius and Jalen playing together, getting their rhythm together. And then you sit RJ early and then you bring RJ in with, the bench unit. And then you go on a run there. RJ hasn't figured out how to make that work just yet.
Yeah.
And it's a great opportunity for him. Like he can take every single shot. You know what I'm saying? Like every single shot. Outside of the ones where Quickly's open, of course. But RJ has to figure it out soon. Or we're gonna be talking about a different kind of conversation come summertime. Or maybe even by the trade deadline. But Julius tonight was ugly as well. Like,
it wasn't good.
6 of 19 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3. He did have 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 23 points, but it did not look good at all. It was not fun to watch. I don't know what to say without feeling like I'm trying to beat up on Julius. You know what I'm saying? Like
it wasn't his night.
It wasn't his night.
But I don't know. I feel like at some point during the game, right, you just expect him to figure something out.
At some point.
But the whole team, like we lost this game because this team can't make shots, bro.
Yo, and I said it the entire game. I kept saying to myself, if we could just like make easier buckets, just easier buckets. If we can make easier
or maybe if can't hurt to maybe make an open three,
bro.
Like the offense gets looks, bro. The offense gets looks. Say whatever you want to say about Tibbs' offense, right? It's still a top 10 offense last I checked, or somewhere in that range. I haven't looked in a few days. And it gets looks, bro. Like, you gotta make shots, man.
They don't hit them. They don't hit them enough. I don't
know.
And
it seems like the other team can't miss some nights.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually how it goes because it translates to defense. If you're not making shots, automatically you're not going to want to play or feel like that play at the end. Pardon me again for getting at this guy. But the play at the end when they're deciding when to foul and they decided not to foul, it was it was Julius. I think Jalen was pressing on the full court, and Julius just was lackadaisical. And it's like, dude, and it was the play where LeBron drove in, and I think
he laid it up with the left. He laid it up with the left hand.
Laid it up with the left hand, and it was an OT. And it was just like, dog, commit to something. Commit to the effort. Commit to the foul. Something.
I don't know what they were doing there though. Like, bro, I was like, are they gonna foul and try to extend the game? Like they were just standing around. There's only like a 12-second difference between shot and game clock. Right. Like you were down by what, 4?
Like
or 5?
What are we doing? Like we need as much time as we can. What are you guys doing?
They didn't have great free throw shooters on the court. Like foul these guys, bro. Like foul Westbrook, foul LeBron. Like these guys are not great free throw shooters.
Thank you. That's it. Even AD is not a great free throw shooter. He's a better one.
He shoots in the 80s though, bro. He's legit.
Yeah, I guess he does shoot in the 80s.
He's legit, bro.
I guess he does.
But like those other two guys, like you could foul those guys and they might go 1 for 2.
That's my thing. I'm fouling LeBron as soon as I see him with the ball over the half court. That's it. Simple foul. Stop the clock. But to give him the I'm a drop back defense, and then when they throw the ball to someone else, like Jalen was all over. Jalen was trying to double. And then Julius was just not even like hard.
You know what you just made me think of, bro?
What?
When LeBron hits the 3 to push the lead to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is happening, bro? Yeah. Like, Julius is just
in space,
running the other way. Like, bro,
in space,
like,
bro.
You need to be you need to be locked in.
Just in space. I don't understand it. I've had this issue with him. I remember going over plays, and it was him and Cam Reddish. This is how long ago we've been dealing with this because Cam Reddish hasn't played in a long time. It was him and Cam Reddish. I'm watching the pick and roll, and they both run on the same, like in the same direction during the pick and roll. Multiple pick and rolls.
A lot of that was happening early in the year, if you remember.
Right.
Like, it was happening a lot,
terrible.
But it's January. It's about to be February, bro.
Right. Like
it'll be February in an hour. Like
right. We need to stop this shit.
Yeah.
This shit really needs to stop.
Like, why? How are we still doing this, bro? Like, you don't know where you're supposed to be in that situation. And like Jim Jackson said it all wrong. Jim Jackson said that he went under the screen. He didn't go under the screen. He just ran away.
He just ran away.
Yeah.
Like what were you doing, Julius? And LeBron just pulled up. Like with LeBron's
like, oh yeah?
Okay. And just shoots the shit. And I'm like, where is the effort, bro?
And then the possession, bro, the 4 shot possession. But they went 0 for 4. And it's just like, why are we just jacking up threes?
threes. Just threes.
I don't understand what I'm watching here.
Get to the basket, try to draw a foul, like when
or drive and kick out for a three. Not like this just this walking into a three. Brunson shot a step back, and it's just like, we didn't need that, bro.
We didn't need that. And that's the sad part is we get into these situations where we have to improvise, and we're not a great improvising team on the offensive end. We're just not. Like, that's not something that we do well. I think I don't know. I just don't know what the direction is sometimes, or what he's telling these guys, or if they're listening. Like, I don't know. I think
they're listening. I think they're listening, but I feel like some of it is guys make their own decisions when they're on the court, bro.
Yeah.
Jalen decided to shoot that step back.
Yeah.
He did on that possession. Like,
is that the
Julius
one over AD?
Yeah. No, it was over. What was the other big? Was it Rui?
Thomas. Oh no.
He had a big on him. I remember that.
Was it Thomas Bryant?
I'm not sure. I know he had a mismatch, or at least what he viewed as a mismatch. He had a bigger guy on him, and he shoots a step back, and I'm like, bro, like, drive. Like, I would say this: if I got one knock on Jalen, it's just, sometimes I'm like, pass the ball, bro.
Yeah, he does get a little.
Like, I don't care that he dribbles.
Yeah.
Right? But I see a lot of point guards dribble. But it's usually like a means to it. Like, either he's taking the shot himself or he's finding somebody else. I feel like sometimes with Jalen, it's just him looking for his own. Like, a lot, bro. A lot.
Yeah. I mean, I do think. See, but it wasn't like that when he first got here, and that's why I think
it wasn't, bro.
Interesting. I think he's fallen into this role of, all right, these guys can't create a damn shot for themselves. More often than not, when there's 10 seconds left on the clock, if I have the ball in my hands, I'm not passing it to nobody else. Because if you remember, there was some games when he first got here, we had like double-digit assists.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, all right, well, what's changed? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it the focus, or is it him realizing, like, all right, those assists are nice, but if we're losing these games, or if I'm putting these guys in positions and they're not making the shots, like, because like you said, the offense gives us the threes, we're not making them. Yeah. So, I mean, after a while, you're like, all right, me passing it to an open man isn't working.
Yeah, it's so frustrating too, because, like,
you know
in theory,
I don't know. I think
in theory, right? I feel like we should have enough shooters to not be like damn near last in 3-point shooting.
Right.
I feel like RJ should be able to make enough shots. I feel like Grimes should be able to make enough shots. Quickly should be able to make enough shots that we're not fucking dead last damn there in 3-point shooting. It boggles the mind.
I don't know why it's like that.
We're this bad of a 3-point shooting team. Like, some nights it's just bad, bro.
Like with Quickly, with I guess RJ, with Grimes, even Jalen, like this, and even Julius. There's no reason why we should be shooting this bad. Now, none of these guys are lights out shooters, but they should be able to knock down open jump shots. Like
I feel like Jalen has definitely held up his end of the bargain as far as his 3-point shooting. I think last I looked, he was up around 40%.
Right.
Julius, I feel like for the most part, has held up his end of the bargain from 3. Mm-hmm. But then it's just like Quickly 33%. Like,
and he's probably the best 3-point shooter in the team.
Like, Randall is 34%, but that's a good number for him. 34 to 36% is a good number for him.
Grimes?
Like, Grimes, at one point he was up around 40, but lately
was around 40,
can't make a goddamn shot, bro.
Can't make a shot. I mean, tonight 0 for 5 from 3. Last night, I mean, the last game, it wasn't much better. What was he the last game?
I think it's like 1 for 7 or something.
Yeah, like he can't find the rim. And that will go. That will. For shooters, it comes and goes. For Steph, it comes and goes. For Clay, it comes and goes. So I'm not gonna beat him up for that. Same thing with Quickly. But
it's magnetized because this team can't make shots.
Yeah, well, it's magnetized because all of them are going through the same slump at the same time. That's why it feels
like the one guy who you expect to make shots can't make shots. Now it's just like, all right, we have no hope, right?
We have no hope. Once Grimes isn't making his shot, it's kind of like, all right, well, whoever can make one, just have at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of bad. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to add. Excuse me. It's 11 o'clock, a little late. But if you really look at the numbers, the game says it all. The number says it all for the game. Isaiah Hartenstein, he played pretty well. Like I said, 16 points, 13 rebounds.
I didn't even realize he had 16 and 13, bro.
Yeah, I mean the highest plus minus on the team. Practically played the best game out of everybody tonight. So.
Yeah, he was outstanding, bro. I didn't realize he had 16 points though.
In 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
He was outstanding, bro.
Yep. I mean, by far our most efficient and reliable player, outside of Quickly and of course Jalen Brunson. But we've got to figure out how to make easier shots. And it's not just the threes. It's every shot we take. A lot of times it breaks down into ISO. And it breaks down into ISO way too fast.
I agree with that. So I believe that two things could be true at the same time. Like, I'm not opposed to ISO. I know a lot of Knicks fans go crazy over it. I feel like it gets like magnetized, but if you really watch a lot of basketball, like everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing ISO.
Right, so it's like everybody's like, you gotta move the ball, and that's true. But, and I'm not sure if I said this, I think I was having a conversation with Sidney Barrios. Right,
shout out Sidney from TFP.
Shout out Sidney. But like, I was telling him because he was complaining about like the ISO at the end of games, and I'm like, bro, but like, watch what the other team's doing. Like, it's ISO, right? It's pick and roll. Like, the Knicks at the end of games, it's ISO and pick and roll. Sometimes the pick and roll is not even to get a guy on the roll. Sometimes the pick and roll is to cause a switch, right? To create mismatch. Like, every team is doing the same thing down the stretch, bro. Like, some nights the Knicks get beat because the other team does it better. Usually because the other team has like a legit star with a lot of gravity. Like a Kyrie, lot more gravity. Like Kyrie, like Kyrie. Which, I mean, that guy is just, he wasn't even doing nothing off the pick and roll. He was
like, yo, ISO, I'm an ISO every play. Y'all gonna know.
Yeah, bro.
What you gonna do?
And there's nothing you could do about it because he's probably one of the top 5 greatest one-on-one players to ever grace a basketball court.
Of all time. Like, he's up there with Jordan and Iverson.
And it's not just the one. He
might even be above Iverson.
Like, it's the clutch, bro. Like,
yes, that too. It's the clutch on top of. Oh my god.
Like, I think Julius is a handful one-on-one, but
do we want to see that every play?
No, not at all. When you add on to the fact though that like this guy can just be a Kyrie special. That's it. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, there's nothing to say. I mean, there's a handful of guys in the league that can do what Kyrie does. Jalen Brunson's not too far off from what Kyrie can do, but the gravity is the same.
Yeah, and also like Jalen's a good shooter, but he don't shoot it with the same range that Kyrie shoot it with. Like, Kyrie just pull up from like 30.
Yeah. Yep. It's the confidence.
Yeah, he don't shoot it with the same range or like the same willingness that Kyrie does. Like, at the end of games, like, he's so unpredictable. Kyrie is like, you don't really know what he's gonna do. He's
I don't know.
ridiculous,
I
bro.
don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know. Like I said last show, I don't know who it is that we can bring in that'll really move the needle. I don't see it. I mean, outside of OG, if we can bring OG in without giving up too many pieces.
I'm just like, I look at OG though. I'm just like, I'm mad because I'm like, we just was trying to get Donovan Mitchell. Now we talking about OG Anunoby. Like, yuck.
But this is the thing, bro. Like, this is the issues that we have. Is that in the past we've done that. We've been like, we were in the market for this guy. Not getting this guy. But this guy right here could really help us. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think OG, when he plays.
Oh no, 100% he can help
when
us,
he
bro.
plays is the caveat, as we've spoken about.
He's what this team is missing. Like, we don't have like we're so. I told you, I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think it was after. It was the first one I was on when I came on late.
Right.
But I told you, like, this team, some nights they look small, man.
Yeah, they need the length. Yeah.
Like on the perimeter,
it was the Raptors game.
I think it was like on the perimeter, they just look small. Like, you got quickly getting matched up, and sometimes it's not even like he got caught on a switch. Like, sometimes that's just a matchup. Like, quickly is guarding like Scotty Barnes. You know what I mean? Or like, yeah, bro. Or like, yeah, it's just too much size. Like, we give up on the perimeter. Like, I love quickly. Defensively, obviously, he's great. I think he's better defensively, like, off the ball. Because, like, he's just, a lot of the times, he's so on time with his rotations. And he flies around, bro. Like, that guy. He's
quick. He's in the
I don't know how many miles he be running on defense, but, like, I watch this guy, like, just flying around on defense. Like, his effort is unbelievable, bro.
No, it's unmatched. There's a lot that I see him do. It's just so like, oh shit, come on, we were just talking about this big task. Shout out to the chat. He asked question, what do you think about the OG and Anunoby situation? I just, like we were saying, Obi helps this team. It's just, what's the cost? You know what I mean? And the fact that we're talking about the cost of OG Anunoby after trying to trade for Donovan Mitchell. And then we're hearing that we got to give up 3 firsts to get OG. And it's like, well, why couldn't we give up whatever the hell we needed to give up for Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, like, so, yo, bro, make it make sense, yo.
It's not going to make sense, bro.
I'm telling you right now, yo, if this team had went out and got Donovan Mitchell, and I don't even know if they really even had a chance. Because
who knows?
I don't know. I don't know what Danny Ainge really had planned, but like, this team is. I'm telling you, bro. I know a lot of people was like, I don't want to sell the farm. Like, if we were able to get him and we keep Julius, this version of Julius,
right,
and we got Jalen Brunson, this team is. We're talking about a possible deep run.
Top 14. It's a top 14 and a legit 4 seed, not like the 4 seed we were 2 years ago. That's a legit 4 seed.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3rd seed.
I agree, bro. Like I said,
together, yeah.
Because Knicks fans are like, they turn their nose up at everything.
Mm-hmm.
I hear Knicks fans say, "Well, what did he do in Utah?" Like, bro.
Come on, bro. He took a trash team to the playoffs every year. That's what he did in the West.
That team wasn't good, bro.
And they were number 1 in the West, I think, once or twice, right?
I know at least once they were.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Hey, that guy's, he's ridiculous.
That's special right there. That's talent. But just to wrap up the OG topic, I do hope that if an OG trade can be made without making an insignificant inclusion to this trade, or unnecessary, I should say, I think we should do it. I don't know what the cost is. It could be just 3 firsts. It could be 2 firsts and RJ. It could be OB 3 firsts and Cam Reddish. I don't know. at this point, as long as the cost isn't too high.
I will say this though, Big Tat. OG is literally like what this team is missing.
Yeah, literally.
Or at least, I wouldn't say he's what this team. He's a piece that this team is missing. Like we're just so small on the perimeter.
Right.
But I mean, at what cost? And also, like, we were just talking about Donovan Mitchell, like over the summer.
And now,
like what a fall from grace.
It hurt. It's painful, bro. It's really painful.
It really is. Like I don't know.
And he's out there killing too right now, which is why.
And to just piggyback off of, what we spoke about, like this guy's hurt a lot, man.
I mean, like I said, it hurts us a lot less, no pun intended, if the trade is mainly consistent of picks. Like, if we could just add them to what we got now, hell yeah, because maybe that pushes Grimes to the bench, which might be what this bench needs. You know what I'm saying? We might need a Grimes on our bench to come off the bench real quickly, and Obi, maybe that opens things up for Obi a little bit. I do remember when Obi and Grimes did play together off the bench, there was a good amount of chemistry because did I cut out for a second?
Nah, you like paused like for a second, but your audio is still straight. Okay.
Yeah, I do know that I do remember Grimes and Obi having a good chemistry when they were playing together on the floor. So I do think that can help, because right now it's like the only punch you have off the bench is Quickly and Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Like that's really it, bro. That's really it. Like I can't even, like, our backup is Miles McBride.
Yo, am I the only one that was like, hear me out? Am I the only one that was getting like annoyed because like he would bring the ball up the court?
Who?
And like McBride.
Uh-huh.
When he was in there, he would bring the ball up the court, but like it was annoying because he would bring it up and you knew that like that was all he was gonna do.
He was gonna pass it to somebody else.
Yeah, and it's just like, I love this kid. I love how hard he plays, all of that stuff. But I don't know, bro. It's just he's got to make some shots, bro.
There's got to be some sort of aggression there. It's just confidence, bro. Like, I don't care if you're missing the shots. You know what I'm saying? But make the defense honest. Head fake, get to your spot. Like, make it a good shot. Like, just pulling up from three on like an unbalanced 3-point attempt, because that's like the only thing you can count on, which still isn't great, is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it, bro. Like, I don't know what, like I said, we need Grimes off the bench. Like, I don't mind him starting next to Jalen, but the main reason why I wanted Grimes to start next to Jalen Brunson was because Jalen Brunson lacked defensively. Now, if we get OG, I mean, that kind of limits the reasons why you need Grimes to start. You know,
and also now RJ is not in the position
to have to guard the best player.
To have to guard the best wing on the other team.
I mean, certain games it allows RJ to be the 2, which I think is better for him sometimes.
Some Knicks fans said that RJ should go to the bench. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I guess my biggest question is, what does it do to RJ? How does he handle or accept like that role? I know he's a team player, but I just feel like his competitiveness and like who he believes he is.
Yeah. RJ is not a bench player. First of all, RJ, he's too hard of a worker to be a bench player. He will never be a bench player because he will probably outwork whoever is in the starting lineup, outside of like maybe a Julius Randle kind of work ethic. But
is it better? But is it better for the team?
No, it might not be better for the team right now. Right?
That's what that. Yeah. If I'm the coach, that's the question I gotta answer. Like, if I move this kid to the bench, would it be better for the team? And if my estimation is that it would be, then I gotta make the move, bro.
Yeah, but you also know as a coach that you can't kill the confidence of whatever play you have, because then if you take a starter and you put him on the bench, you have
is it possible to kill
to lose them altogether?
But is it possible to kill RJ's confidence?
Yeah, but the thing is that yeah, you can, because his confidence is tied to him being a star. So yeah, if you push him to the bench and you make him a bench player, for sure, his confidence will be killed. Like there's no way around that. So, and that's kind of why they've been playing him with the bench unit without making him a bench player.
What if it does the complete? What if it just lights a fire under his ass, bro?
That's a big what if. You just got to be the coach that wants to take that chance to sit RJ and ruin his career. That's a big.
Why you had to say that?
That's literally a huge. That's
bro,
a huge thing.
Listen, let me explain something, bro. Let me explain something. His career, he's already paid, so you don't have to worry about that. Like,
no, it's a lot of money. I just think RJ, the way this league works, the same reason why Evan Fournier started the entire year last year. You can't just sit a guy because you want him to play better. RJ, unlike Evan, has the opportunity to be a better player. I think Evan last year, he started mainly because of his contract. It was kind of like, all right, well, this is what we brought you in to be. This is what we're gonna allow you to be this guy. RJ can still, if he does get sat, like, yeah, I'm sure that he'll figure his way back into the starting lineup some way, somehow. It's a possibility that this is just a slump as well, because we know RJ is good for those. But at the end of the day, if it's better to bring him off the bench for who? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say that Grimes is a better fit. Grimes just fits a role better. And that's a spot-up shooter who won't need the ball in his hands until you pass the ball to him to shoot. And he's gonna play defense. Yeah. That's an easy role to play. It's a way easier role to play than RJ. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a very difficult decision to make as a coach.
Grimes is a very interesting player to me, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about in the situation that OG Anunoby is here. Now, when OG's here, I'm not starting Grimes. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I feel like the main reason why we're starting Grimes at this point is because of how it works next to Brunson.
So let me ask you this, because it's something I was thinking about. Like, obviously OG is over there in Toronto. He's probably the third option. Like, if he comes here, he's gonna be the third or fourth option.
Yeah,
like a 3 or 3A, 3B kind of situation.
Right.
Like, he's 25 years old. Like, I'm thinking, what if he wants a bigger role? Like, he's not gonna get it here. No. He's only signed through next year. So, are we gonna be trading away picks for this guy to walk?
This is what you have to consider, man. It's kind of like. It's kind of fucked up, because you have to consider the fact that either we make this guy a permanent figure on this roster for the next few years. We re-sign him. Only way he's going to re-sign is if we give him the opportunity, like you said, to be the second or third best player.
Because he might believe, and this is like a comparison. He might believe, like, yo, I'm Jeremy Grant. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I could go to a bad team, sign an enormous contract, go to a bad team, score 24 points a game, and then eventually that bad team is going to move me somewhere else, because that's what bad teams do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And probably end up in a winning situation like Jeremy is in right now. So, I don't know, bro. Like, this is a dude who might be out to prove that he's more than just a guy who stands in the corner, and catches and shoots threes.
I think it's possible. I don't know. I don't know what the benefit of. I don't know if he comes here and he wants. What does OG Anunoby as the second best player look like? You know what I'm saying?
It might not matter, bro, because he might want to be the first or second best player on the Pistons.
Wow.
For a year and a half.
But this is what I'm saying.
Or
like
2 years.
He is a player who did win a championship.
Yes, he did.
He's a championship player. I don't know if he wants to struggle.
Wait, did he play? He didn't play that year though. I don't think he played though. I think he was like hurt. I think he was hurt, but he like was just coming back. If I'm not mistaken,
he wasn't.
He was on the team, but like he was like barely in the rotation.
What year
I remember
was
he was out.
17.
Believe so. He was out most of that year though. He missed like a large portion of that year, and he came back and he was kind of like in the rotation, but like not really.
What year did they win the championship? Hold on. What year did they win the championship?
I'm not sure. You're gonna have to look that one up.
Let me see. Toronto. Well, it had to be let me see. It was 2019. 2019, and he played in 2019. He played 67 games. He just started.
I know, but I think he was out. I think he was out though towards the end of the season, and he came back in the playoffs. I remember that like very vividly.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, I mean, 67 games is still a lot of games to play. Like
I know that, but I'm saying he was definitely on the championship team, but he wasn't a part of that run really. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, well, I was kind of agreeing because I'm saying like out of 67 games, he only started 6.
Yeah.
And then the next year he started.
Well, he wasn't going to start because, well, you know, that bad man was there.
Because you know the claw was there. But I mean, if we're being real, yeah, look at it the next year. He played 69 games and he started 68. I mean, it had to be the direct reason why he didn't start was because Kawhi was there.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Wow. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you could say he won a championship, even though he really wasn't. I remember he really wasn't part of that run. Like they were trying to ease him back into the rotation.
Yeah, he was just in the locker room for it. I guess that's all you can really say. I guess he was just in the locker room for it. I don't know. Regarding the OB thing, I would welcome it. But I don't get excited for trades with this Knicks squad because we just don't do them. That's all I mean,
so far that I can't argue that.
Yeah, I mean,
we talk a lot about doing them though.
We every single year, every deadline, we talk, and there's never a move made.
We brought in these guys who's supposed to come here, and I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm proud of where this team is. Like, I don't want to like shit on this team. Like, I really am. Because I don't know what's gonna happen over the next few weeks. Like, especially with the Mitch thing kind of looming. Like, I feel like there's a few of these games we probably could have won if we had them.
Shit. If we could, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like, a big part of the Knicks' offense was Mitch's offensive rebounding.
Oh yeah.
Like, in fact, I think we're not a top 10 offense anymore. And I think it was Jonathan Macri who was explaining like offensive rating.
Shout out to Yep.
And a big part of the Knicks' high offensive rating was their offensive rebound.
In the second chance points, yep.
The one guy who was a monster on the glass, even though Julius has been a beast. Even though Julius has been a beast lately on both sides, offensive and defensive glass. Tonight, not so much, but like, yeah, bro, like that dude he's missed.
He's definitely missed. I don't know how long he's gonna be out for. But
supposed to reevaluate him in a week, whatever that means.
God.
It's a broken thumb, though, bro. Like, it's not a good finger to break.
It's not like he's shooting like shit.
That's true, but like, you need your thumb is like,
you do need
your thumb. Your thumb is like everything, bro. And when your thumb is not strong, like, your hands are weak.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reason why carpal tunnel sucks so much, because
you ever like play ball. You ever got this thumb like pushed back?
Oh yeah.
To like a range where it ain't supposed to go. You ever feel how weak your hand is after that, bro?
Have you ever had carpal tunnel?
Nah, never. I don't plan on it,
bro.
Even though I'm turning the wrench now, so I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's coming. It's coming. You gotta give me about 2 years. I give you 2 years. I'm sorry, but I'm just warning you now. The wrist problems are coming with the drills and the wrenches. It's on its way. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm only 35, and every morning I'm like, I feel it. You can hear him like cracking.
I got this elbow thing going on right now, though, bro. It's been like this for like 2 months,
bro. You have to.
Somebody told me.
Yeah. Not going nowhere.
One guy told me, he said it sounded like it could be like some kind of form of like tennis elbow. So I was like, what should I do? Like, he was like, rest. I was like, when the hell am I supposed to do that?
Yeah, they say like it's so easy.
He's like, you don't rest. He said, so it just hurts. Deal with it.
There you go. That's the answer.
So that's what I've been doing, bro. Just dealing with
it. That's what you got to do, bro. Like,
every single morning I wake up, bro. I wake up like, just rubbing and stuff.
Yeah, ice. I would say ice is probably the more natural thing to do. It's the easiest remedy. It'll bring the white blood cells over there and work on it. It'll numb it, so there's not as much pain. But outside of that, good luck, bro. I don't know what else to suggest.
My man said good luck.
It's good luck. Listen, bro, when I tell you the pains I've obtained over the past 6 years of just doing handyman and HVAC work, goodness gracious. Like, my knees, I can't even sneak up on my kids anymore because my feet crack. It's kind of silly. It's kind of silly, bro.
That's ridiculous.
It's kind of silly. I used to be able to sneak up the stairs and catch them doing shit. Like, now they like can stop before I get there. They're like, oh, sad, bro. I'm at that age.
You need some soundproof socks.
Some soundproof socks. Just start wearing fucking Timberlands around the house and shit. All right. Well, that's clearly all the Knicks talk. Oh my god. So we play the Heat on Thursday.
Oh boy. The first game back on MSG in a week, by the way.
Right. Where I can finally watch it with no bullshit. We play the Heat on Thursday at 7:30. We play the Clippers on Saturday at 7 o'clock. We play the Sixers on Sunday at 6 o'clock.
Don't get no easier.
Knowing us, we're probably going to win a game in there we're not supposed to win and then lose to the Orlando Magic next Tuesday. It's just the style of basketball. Like Jonathan,
the Magic. The Magic are no joke, bro.
Well, you know, that's the kind of team you lose to when you're a middle of the pack team.
Before we go, can we just talk about like one thing, bro? Like, as far as the Knicks are concerned, right? I know Knicks fans want to complain because I don't know what Knicks fans think is good enough, but like, look at the records around the league. Like,
yeah,
it's not pretty.
I mean, there's not a huge separation from the top to the bottom of a lot of these friends. It's one of those years where it's one of the more rare years for numbers of players. If you look at the numbers, like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is putting up Steph's MVP numbers.
Yeah, he's doing some silly stuff out there in Oklahoma. But
what the hell are we talking about right now? And he's not even leading in like all-star votes or MVP votes. There's 9 guys averaging 30 or 20, 28 and up.
All I'll say to Knicks fans is look around the league at some of these records. Teams that were supposed to be good, look at their records. Look where your team is at, where you thought they were going to be at, and just be grateful.
Yep.
Like, I know that these losses are frustrating. I know it's aggravating that this team is in a damn dogfight every single night, trying to give you a heart attack. But at the end of the day, man, just enjoy the ride, yo. Because trust me when I say, if you took another team and watched them every night, like, you would see a lot of the same shit.
You'd be just as frustrated. I mean, don't get me wrong. You might deal with a team that hits a little bit more 3-pointers, but everything else you're gonna find something else to replace that bullshit.
You're gonna see a lot of the same ISO stuff because everybody's doing it.
Everybody.
The other team, the games that you're watching, when the Knicks are playing those games, the other team is doing the same thing.
They're the reason.
It's just you only see the Knicks doing it.
Right.
But the other team is literally doing the same thing.
Yep.
The Lakers were literally running pick and rolls. That's all they ran at the end of the game, bro.
Yep. I mean, you saw how many times LeBron and AD and Russ and AD did the drive, and Russ would jump up and then wrap it around to AD. That's the play that they run every single
it's
time.
The play that every team is running, though. Like, no team is really doing anything special at the end of games, because the fact of the matter is, at the end of games, when everything bogs down, the safest offense, the way to not turn the ball over at the end of games, is to run pick and roll and run ISOs. The more you pass the ball, the more you turn the ball over. Look at the Golden State Warriors. Almost every year they lead the league, or they're at the top of the league in turnovers because they have so much ball movement.
Yeah.
So at the end of these games, the ball moving, if the ball's in the air, it could be taken.
It can be taken.
It really is that simple. So when you see all these teams running ISOs at the end of games and keeping it simple, running pick and rolls, because they don't want to turn the ball over because they want to get a possession.
Right. It's
and
really
I'll leave it at that.
It's really simple. It's not that deep. But it is frustrating to watch when the
other team does it better than your team.
Yeah, but it's not only that. It's when you see so many little things throughout the game that could have changed the outcome, and then we lose by like 3 points.
Like, how many times did the Knicks have the rebound and like not squeeze that shit? Like, come on. How many times did that happen tonight? Like, the ball is there. Like, grab the ball, fam.
This is a one game. Like, we win this game if you just hustle a little bit more. Just a little bit more hustle. Just a little bit more effort.
Or just take care of the ball. Like you got the ball, bro.
Yeah. It's same thing.
It was one play in the game. It was one play in the game where I lost it. It turned out in our favor. Salute. It turned out in our favor, but like, it was one play where the Knicks had the rebound, and I think it was Hartenstein got it poked away. Salute, yo. Hartenstein got it poked away, and like, the Lakers got it back. They missed. The Knicks got the rebound, and they came down and scored. But like, when Hartenstein got the ball taken away, like, I lost it, bro. I scared my dog and everything.
I missed it. I went out. Say that again. You said when Hartenstein got the ball taken away, what happened?
He got the ball taken away. The Lakers got it back. I think somebody missed like a layup or something for the Lakers under the basket. And the Knicks ultimately ended up with the rebound.
Right.
But I assumed the Lakers were gonna score because. So when Hartenstein lost the rebound, I just got so pissed, yo.
Yeah.
And then the Knicks ended up coming down. The Knicks ended up coming down and scoring. And I was just like, okay. But I was mad because it was one of those situations where like we're down by like 2 points or something like that, I think.
Right.
It's like we just gotta stop. We can come down and tie this to take the lead. Like you can't lose that rebound.
Right. And that's the issue that we continue to have. It's just the hustle plays, man. Like the 50-50 balls. Like we need those more than anything. Like we can't continue to lose them drinks. Like it's I just easier buckets, easier I don't know, man. Like I don't know what else to say. Like I just wish that there was just
I wish there was a little bit. So I wish there was a little bit more ball movement. As I said, I'm pro ISO. I'm fine with ISO, but at the same time, there also does have to be more ball and player movement. Like it's a fine line that our offense has a tightrope, and some nights I don't feel like the Knicks do a good job tightrope in that line.
Right, and that's it's the issue's not going to go anywhere. It's going to continue to stay. Like I don't know. I just don't feel like enough is being taught to where we're going to see a major difference in this. But I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. I don't really want to drag this one out too much more. I'm tired as hell. I yawned like 12 times.
Yeah, you did, and I must be a sociopath because I don't think I yawned once.
No, I caught you on it. I did. I caught you.
I did. Okay, so I do.
But you
so
did
I
the
do
song,
have.
You did the silent.
So I do have empathy then. All right, cool.
Word.
That's a little spooky. You sitting up here yawning and I don't yawn once.
Yeah, catch. I'm like, yo, bro.
Maybe I'm a little crazy.
Why you not yawning, bro? I yawn mad times. You didn't give me one yawn. Like something's up. But salute to the chat if you're here. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Ring that bell to let you know when we're notified when we go live. We may be back on Thursday. I don't know exactly how the schedule's going just yet. But just look for us. And thank you guys for tuning in once again to the God Mix podcast. Joe, you got any last words for the people?
Peace, love, and orange and blue light, y'all. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. We need a lot of that. A whole lot of that shit. But me, last words for myself. Don't put your money on the Knicks. It's like the easiest thing.
You don't know what team's gonna show up on a nightly basis.
You're gonna get a team that blows teams out one night, and you're gonna get a team that gets blown out the next night. We lost Joe. I'm sure he'll be right back before we get up out of here. But yeah, we got a little bit more of the season to go. I think we can still make some improvements, but that's pretty much where we at right now. Peace out, still Knicks fans. Appreciate you, bro. Been a minute. We gotta have you guys back on the show, Ron. And that's pretty much it, man. You guys have a great one, and until next time, peace.